We were all excited. As you can probably think, any reaction would be from any team that doesn't know if they're in the tournament or not. Jumping up around, hugging each other, getting hype. Just, a great feeling inside to know that we're one of the top 68 teams to make the NCAA tournament.
Coach Green had said that he was slightly shocked that you guys were a 10 seed. Were you guys shocked a little bit too?
I would say so, just from hearing, what the ESPN guys are saying about us being the first four in, the first four out. We didn't think we'd get as high as a 10 seed. We were thinking more of an 11, 12, but the committee thought that we deserved a 10 seed, and, we're grateful for it.
Coach said you guys were, I guess you were nervous, and it showed this morning when you were lifting. How tight were you guys? He said he was pretty relaxed, but that he could feel the nerves from you.
I think most of us were just, a little nervous at times. We just had a lot of doubt about it. We didn't really know, and we were just waiting for that name to come up. And like Yogi just said, we were very excited, and a lot of emotion came out when it did.
Troy, for a guy like you that was here last year when you guys didn't make the tournament, what's it feel like for you to be going this year?
It's like a new season just started. Right now 0-0, and I'm happy to be here. It's my first time in it. It's my second year here, so it's just hoping that it'll be a lot of fun.
James, nerve-wracking process. You happy this it's over?
Yeah, everyone was really anxious before we heard it, and after, like Yogi said, we was all so happy for each other, and we're just gonna make the most out of it.
Nick, you came from Illinois State. You had a chance to play Wichita State a few times. What can you tell us about Wichita State that you know?
Oh, they're a great team. Well coached, very tough, physically and mentally. I think coaches told us they're one of the winningest programs in the past 3 years from winning percentage-wise, and they went to the Final Four a few years ago, and I've played them several times. They're very good. We have our work cut out for us, but we're very excited to have them as well.
What about Baker and Van Vliet?
Oh, they're two great players, well experienced, and winning is definitely not new to them. Like I just said, Van Vliet's very smart, and Baker, he can do a lot of things that most people can't. But then again, I got some of the best guards here to my side too, so I'm excited to go to war with them.
As much as, I guess, as you have faced them, and Greg Marshall, their coach, has been there a while, is there one thing that's sort of the way they play, one or two things that every scouting report starts with Wichita State? Here's the things that come up every time you prepare for them, or have they changed as personnel has changed?
Well, I think there are 5 starters right now. We're all there last year, so personnel-wise, they're similar to what they were last year. But I know there's definitely new guys on that team that have, big impacts throughout the year. Those guys I'm not as familiar with. But one thing with Wichita is, they're a tough team, like I just said. They play tough, and the big thing of theirs is play angry, and they definitely do that game in and game out.
Yogi, what do you tell the guys that haven't been here before? It's just a few of you that have experienced this.
Yeah, I'd say just me and Hunter have experienced the NCAA tournament our freshman year. Going into this, I just got to tell these guys, not to get too hyped up in the moment. It's another game, but to not think of it as just another game. We got to go out there and play our hearts out. It's not only guaranteed one game, and that's the first one. So we got to go out there and play like we've been playing. We got to play desperate. We got to go out there and fight for one another, hold each other accountable, and just try and go out there and improve and win.
James, growing up, how much was wanting to play in the NCAA tournament something that a guy like, with your ability thinks about, dreams about, and then what's it like for it to actually be here?
Yeah, that's definitely been something that I've always looked forward to watching college basketball. That's what you see, March Madness. It's such a big thing. So growing up, I've looked forward to that, and coming here, that was our goal. We wanted to do that at the beginning of the season when our backs were against the wall from jump.
Troy, what about you?
I'm just happy to be here. It means a lot to me, coming from a basketball family like I am. One of my aunt coaches at Auburn, my uncle's Boo Williams. me actually going through the tournament now is like me just setting even more legacy up for my family and I.
What Boo tell you? Have you guys talked or texted or anything?
I ain't calling yet.
Yogi, you talked about it, and Nick talked about, I guess, their experience. You talked about you guys being young in your mind, and I know it's early. I know you're still just sort of starting to get ready for Wichita State, but how do you negate that advantage that they have in experience? Because there are a lot of guys on that team that have been through, not even just to the NCAA tournament, they won a lot of games there. They've been to a Final Four. Obviously, they were a #1 seed last year.
Yeah, I think that comes with the preparation of our team. I know the coach will get us well prepared, and the way we prepare the rest of this week is just going to give us a better edge. I feel like when we go out there and play such an experienced team like Wichita State. So, once we're prepared, we got to go out there and just have a want to. Have a want to win, have a want to get stops, have a want to share the ball, play defense, communicate. And, with that comes, and, with that comes with us, we'll get more experience if we win the game.
Yogi, why do you think the defense improved so much in Chicago? Prior to that, it was kind of iffy certain times.
Yeah, I'd say, guys wanting to play defense for one another. I think there's a lot more talk out there in Chicago, just knowing kind of maybe what was at stake. And like I said, we went out there and we played desperate. We played hard, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and going out there sharing the ball. And, when we have that mentality to know, we want to get stops, because what Coach always talks about is how many stops can we get in a row. And I think we had the most against Northwestern. So, when we go out there and string stops together, we know that we can get our offense rolling.
Yogi, if you guys keep playing desperate, Wichita State keeps playing angry, like they like to say, what kind of game do you expect?
It's an NCAA tournament, so it's probably going to be a crazy game. I expect it to be hard-nosed, going against one another, grinding out. I'm just excited to play.
Anything else for the guys? All right, go home, guys.
Wait, no, stay and write my story.